Hello, I'm Roger Bisbee from the Skill Builder channel. A lot of people get faced with this problem of a bit of plaster falling off. If you can get it back to anywhere decent, actually quite difficult, but if you just tap it round and you don't hear a hollow sound, then that means it's not bad. So what I'm going to do with this is just give it a quick splash with SBR, which will just stop the substrate from absorbing the plaster, taking the moisture out too quickly. Then I'm going to go over with a 1 coat of Hi-Lime plaster. Now the great thing about this is that, especially in this situation where this is a cellar, if there's any damp in the wall, it will stop the salts coming through, but it will allow the moisture, it will allow the wall to breathe. So I'm going to do this in 1 coat. You can do it in 2 coats. You put the base coat on and then leave that to dry, scratch that through and then do the top coat. But let's see if we can get it on in 1 coat. So this is a dilute coat of SBR, and the reason I dilute it is just because it goes into the wall a bit better rather than skinning. It's rather like a primer, if you like. So you can see it'll soak into the wall, and when it soaks into the wall, that will just provide a good surface for plastering on. But you can then apply a 2nd coat and then put the plaster on while it's still a bit tacky. It will mean that that plaster sticks to the wall. I mean, if this had SBR behind it, it wouldn't be flaking off now. Now, because all I'm doing here is really aiming this at the DIYer, maybe you've taken the wallpaper off and you've seen the plaster start to come away from the wall. You just want to patch it up so you can decorate. So the important thing is when you're plastering, don't worry about getting that smooth. People mess about with one little area trying to smooth it off, and all you need to do is just get it on the wall as best you can. If you've never plastered before, you're going to drop a lot of it on the floor, and if you've got a clean floor you can pick it up and use it again, especially the base coat. When it comes to the top coat, maybe not. Now this plaster, this Hi-Lime plaster I'm using, very forgiving. Even hours after you've put it on, you can wet it up and smooth it off a bit more. So it's a great product for the beginner, even though it's a little bit more expensive than ordinary plaster, gypsum plaster. If you've never plastered before, you will find it's a lovely product. You don't get quite the same polished shine on it that you do on things like British Gypsum multi-finish, but in actual fact, by the time you've put some paint on it, you will find it closes the surface in a bit. But don't use vinyl paint, whatever you do, because if you use vinyl paint, if there's any moisture in the wall, it'll be locking it in, and the next thing you'll see is the paint bubbling, and you'll wonder what you did wrong. So a nice ordinary emulsion paint that lets the water vapour escape is ideal for this kind of job. So we've got that on, roughly. I'm going to let that pick up now, and quite honestly I can leave it for an hour or so. This is a speed skim, by the way, but you can use any kind of straight edge you've got. Even a piece of wood is actually alright, but if we just run that across there, take off the high spots.
Now once the plaster firms up so you can hardly get the impression of a fingerprint in it, this is a time when you get a sponge float or even a car sponge and start rubbing it round in circular motions just to flatten the whole thing out. And then once you've done that, give it a final close-in with a steel trowel and leave it to dry for a few days, and then it's ready for painting.